when the night is falling, hear the pipes are calling, loudly and proudly calling, down through the glen. Ah, this is the place to be. Sauntering along the coast at the foot of the cliffs. I do enjoy nature rambles, don't you, Mrs. Prescott?
Rambles, Mr. Worth.
No, rambles, Mrs. Prescott. The word is ramble.
Rambles, Mr. Worth.
Rambles, no. Oh, my leg, you're right, it is rambles. Nevertheless, you can't beat it. The fresh sea air, the beach. I'm glad our Natural History Club organized this trip. There was such a big response from our members. Overwhelming, really.
3 of us came, Mr. Worth.
100% turnout. 2 more than I expected. Anyway, here we are peacefully ambling along the beach. Just you, Mrs. Prescott.
And you, Mr. Worth.
And Mr. Nobbs. Where is he? Mr. Nobbs, you know, he does annoy me. Here we are on a nature amble, and he keeps stopping to look at plants and birds and things. Come along, Mr. Nobbs. Don't ramble off.
I'm sorry I slipped behind you two. I thought I just spotted a crested herring gull back there.
See what I mean, Mrs. Prescott? And was it a crested herring gull?
No, it turned out to be a lesser tinted rock warbler.
Well, it's an easy mistake to make. The crested herring gull and the lesser tinted rock warbler. I've done it myself many times.
Are they similar, Mr. Nobbs?
The lady asked, are they similar?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Prescott. You see, first of all, there's the beak.
Yes.
Then there's the head.
Yes.
And, of course, the tail.
Yes.
Yes, they both got one of each. But, of course, you must realize that the difference lies in the wing marking.
Oh, well done, Mr. Worth. What is the difference?
I haven't the slightest idea. Come on, everyone, we mustn't hang about. The tide comes in very quickly around here, you know. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny brae, when the sun shines bright. Ah, I love this part of the British Isles, don't you? We are Hunter Pipers, I know, and a Hunter Pipers.
Mr. Worth?
Yes?
We're in Wales.
Yes?
We're walking along Griffith's Point.
So?
Do you have to keep singing Scottish songs?
Oh, I'm sorry, well, I like Scottish songs, but if you prefer, I'll give you a chorus of We'll Keep a Welcome. Now, you've only got to say yes.
No.
Right, we're Hunter Pipers, I know. Yes?
Everybody, stop.
I know. What is it?
Look, up there, on that rock. Do you see what I see?
Now, it rather depends on what you see.
Well, I see a big black and white bird.
I see a big black and white bird. What do you see, Mr. Worth?
Well, I can't see what you see. In fact, I can't see anything at all.
Perched on that rock. I think it's a black-headed gull. Have a look, Mr. Worth, through the binoculars.
Binoculars, right. Yes.
You can see a big black and white bird, yes?
No.
No?
I can see a little black and white bird, which in turn tells me that I have got the binoculars the wrong way round.
Let me have a look. Ah, yes, a black-headed gull. There's no mistake about it.
Have you seen one before, Mr. Nobbs?
Well, not a live one, but I've seen a stuffed black-headed gull in the museum. And there's no doubt about it, we've got one here on this very cliff face.
There's only one word for it, incredible.
It certainly is.
I mean, the number of stuffed black-headed gulls found on these rocks must be very small indeed.
That one hasn't been stuffed.
No. He doesn't look very happy, though, does he?
You hear that?
Yes.
It's making a noise. This could be the big find of our nature ramble. Oh, Mr. Worth, get your cassette recorder out.
Oh, yes. Let's record his voice.
Yes, a cassette recorder. Record his voice right now. Now, I've got the... Which do I press? Is it the black or the red?
You don't want to frighten it away. They're very sensitive.
Right.
Point the microphone up at it.
Yes.
Wait a second.
Yes.
Now, switch on.
Right.
When the night
Mr. Worth, you pressed the wrong button.
Now it's flown away. It's gone.
I'm sorry I always get muddled up with these things. Anyway, is it my fault the gull doesn't like Kenneth McCullough?
Oh, you and your songs.
Come back, black-headed gull. I got a tape of Harry Seacombe.
Don't be ridiculous.
You think he doesn't like Harry Seacombe either?
We've missed what was probably one of the few black-headed gulls on these cliffs.
Hold on. It's coming back, look. You know what this means.
He does like Harry Seacombe.
Oh, no. Look, we'll have a second chance to record his voice. Now, shh. Quiet, everybody. Quiet.
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 Quiet. Quiet!
No, you frightened him off again.
But it wasn't me, it was that nasty big buzzard up there.
A buzzard? Where?
Up there, that buzzard. Go away, you big old buzzard.
What are you doing? Buzzards are far more rare than black-headed gulls. This is even better.
Look, the buzzard's settling up on that ledge. It must have a nest up there.
Yes, now then, Mr. Worth, get it right this time. Switch on the recorder.
Right. Got it. Let's hear that back. Now, was that the buzzard or Kenneth McCullough again? Shall I take another recording?
No, it's too late. The buzzard's flown off. Oh, that gives us a chance to examine its nest.
No, wait a minute. Can't we sit down and have our picnic now? I'm very hungry. I fancy a sandwich.
Well, I'm more interested in the eggs.
Well, I've got a hard-boiled one here. Would you like some salt with it?
I mean the buzzard's eggs.
Oh, I didn't bring any of those. You'll have to ask the buzzard.
No, I just want to photograph them.
Yes. Take a snap as evidence of what we've seen. Good idea. Snap away, Lord Snowden.
It'll mean us all climbing up that rugged pathway there.
Yes, it will. But you mustn't worry. I came prepared for this sort of thing. Now, we'll tie ourselves together with this rope. All mountain climbers do this.
What's the point, though, Mr.
The
Worth?
point, Mrs. Prescott, the point of tying ourselves together is, if one of us falls,
Yes.
the other two fall as well. No, wait a minute. No, that can't be right.
The point of the rope is so that if one falls, the other two will hold him up.
That's it. I'm glad you came. I knew it was something like that.
Very well. Let's all tie the rope round our waist.
Right. There we are. That's that.
Yes, I'm all tied up.
Good.
Right. Off we go then. Stop. One moment, everybody. We don't seem to be getting very far, do we? Are we sure we've got this rope right? What we'll do, we'll have a little check. My waist is connected to your waist, Mr. Nobbs, right?
Right, and my waist is connected to Mrs. Prescott's waist, right?
Right, and my waist is connected to Mr. Worth's waist, right?
And we are all pulling one another around in circles. Right, which is wrong. We're getting nowhere. I know what I'll do. I'll cut this rope. Ooh! That's cut the rope and my finger. Never mind, off we go again. Up the pathway to the ledge. Climb every mountain. Search high and low. Right. Here we are.
Wonderful. Look, a perfect specimen of the nest of the common European buzzard with 3 eggs in it.
Oh, have you got your camera, Mr. Worth?
Yes, camera. Here we are.
No, that's your recorder.
So it is. I'll use a camera to take a picture of the nest amongst the rocks. Now, hang on. I can't seem to get it all in. I'll just step back a bit. Still can't quite get it all in. I'll step back a bit more.
Mr. Worth, mind the end of the ledge.
It's all right, Mrs. Prescott. Remember, all our waists are still tied together. Now then, back a bit more! There you are. I think you'll agree. I was right. When one falls, the other two fall.
Mr. Worth, I can't swim.
In that case, you're in good company, Mr. Nobbs. Neither can I.
No, it's all right. I've got hold of the ledge. Keep hold of the rope, and we'll all scramble back up onto
Right.
it.
My word, that was a close one. Oh. Well?
What, Mr. Worth?
That could have been very nasty there. We could have ended up on the rocks below.
Yes, that's true.
It was lucky the tide came in. If that water hadn't been there, who knows what would have happened.
You're right, Mr. Worth. It came in very suddenly, didn't it?
It certainly did. I hadn't even noticed.
Neither did I.
Yes, the tide's all around us now. The waves are almost as high as this little ledge.
That's very true.
The beach had completely disappeared.
Yes.
There's nothing around us but water.
Nothing but water.
We're completely cut off.
Absolutely.
No way of getting off this ledge at all.
None whatever. Help! We're stranded.
Yes, we are.
We're trapped on the ledge.
Yes.
Can't we climb upwards to the top of the cliff?
No, we couldn't do it, Mrs. Prescott, for two very good reasons. One, you and Mr. Nobbs would never be able to make it.
And the other reason?
I'd never be able to make it either.
He's right. You know, it's a sheer wall of rock above us. We'd never be able to scale it. Well, we're trapped.
And the tide's still coming in. We'll be washed away.
No, Mrs. Prescott, please. Stop shouting for help. You don't need to panic. All depends how far this tide comes up the cliff face. And there is one sure way of telling how far the tide comes up. It leaves a line of seaweed stuck to the rock. And if you look, you'll see there is no seaweed near us on this rock at all. It's 6 feet above us. Now think about that. That means when the tide comes in, it'll be 6 feet over our heads. So,
Oh, it's no use. Who's going to hear us marooned here on this cliff ledge? It's hopeless.
It is hopeless. No one would hear us. Even that fisherman over there, he'll never hear us.
Fisherman? What fisherman?
That one out there in that boat.
Help! Over here!
No. It's no use. He'll never hear us in a million years.
Oh!
Doesn't time fly?
He's seen us. He's coming over in his boat.
Oh, what luck. We're saved. Over here.
Help! Come over here.
Hello there.
Thank goodness.
Wonderful to see you.
Well?
Yes. Well, what?
Well, you were shouting and waving. Did you want something?
Want something? Well, yes, we were trying to attract your attention.
All right, but before I go any further, I wouldn't stay here on this ledge if I were you. It's a very dangerous spot.
Did you hear that, Mr. Nobbs? It's a very dangerous spot. Is it really?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Look, you have not much chance of surviving the night once the tide comes in here.
You don't say.
I just said so.
Yeah?
Take my word for it, Boyle.
It's a good job you told us. Isn't it a good job he told us, Mr. Nobbs?
A very good job.
Yes.
Take my tip. Don't linger on this ledge if you know what is good for you.
Well, thank you for your advice.
Any time, Boyle.
You are very kind.
Well, it costs nothing to be helpful, you know. Well, see you then.
Goodbye. And thank you.
Here, hang on. Here, come back.
Hold on. What did you do? Did you want something,
Oh,
Bob?
please. You must let us get into your boat.
Oh, yes, I see. No, what is it you want? Is it a trip round the harbour you're looking for, is it?
A trip round the harbour? We just want to get off this ledge.
Very well, now, let's see. My rates are £1 a head. But I do special rates for a party of 4. That's £3.
Ah, well, rotten luck. There's only 3 of us. It's just not our lucky day, is it, Mrs. Prescott?
Really? Sir, I thought you said earlier it cost nothing to be helpful. You must rescue us from this cliff ledge.
Oh, very well, then. I'll just bring the boat up close to the edge of the rock. Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. That's just my dog. It won't hurt you.
He's growling.
Yes, but he's wagging his tail at the same time.
Which end do you want me to believe?
Watch out. He's jumping out.
Get off him. Get him off me, fisherman.
Just don't show him you're frightened. Show him you are not afraid of him.
But I am afraid of him. He gives me an inferiority complex looking down at me like that. He must be about 5 feet tall.
You wait till he stands up, Boyle.
Oh, he's a magnificent beast. Beautiful head and such a long tail.
Yes, but I'm not staying here to listen to it. Cheerio, everybody.
Now, don't make any sudden movements. You'll be perfectly all right, everyone. Now, he is on a lead, you know.
Yes, I know, but all the same.
What?
I'd be happy if you were holding the other end.
His teeth look very sharp.
They do look sharp. My, aren't they? Reminds me I must get a new pair of garden shears.
I tell you, he won't hurt you.
Take your word for it. What do you call him?
Fluffy.
Fluffy. You call a big dog like that Fluffy? You call it Fluffy? It's a lovely name.
I say, you with the glasses.
Yes.
I wouldn't bite your nails like that if I was you. You might give him ideas.
Why? Does he bite nails as well?
Your dog's got us all pinned against the cliff wall now. How are we going to get into the boat?
Hold on. I suppose I had better get out and bring him back. Right. Up we get. Right, now let's just grab his collar. Now then, Fluffy. Who's a naughty boy?
Yes. Who's a naughty boy? Who's a very naughty boy? Fluffy is. Ah, Fluffy, come on. We're friends now. You know, if I had Fluffy for 3 weeks, I'd have him eating out of my leg.
Come on. I think we should get into the boat and be off. We're all soaking wet and I'm getting cold.
Good idea. Now, listen. There's not much time. We'll all jump into the boat one by one. I will go first, all right?
All right.
Come on, who moved the boat?
Sorry about that, boyos. I forgot to tie it up. It drifted away. Now, that is a bit of bad luck.
Don't just stand there. Help us out of the water, back onto the lake.
Oh, sorry, Bart. Right, here you are, then. Give a hand. There.
Oh, thanks.
There you are.
Good. You've done it now, haven't you? Now the boat's gone off and all 4 of us are stranded.
Plus Fluffy. Yes, we were talking about you. Never mind, cheer up, everybody. After all, we're in the same boat. Oh. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. We mustn't get depressed. If this gentleman came along and spotted us, there's every likelihood that another fisherman may do the same thing, which would be very lucky.
Lucky?
Yes, there'd be 4 of us. We qualify for special rates.
Oh, I think I've got a cold.
It's all those wet clothes you're wearing, Mrs. Prescott. Borrow my jacket. Put it over your shoulder.
Thank you very much,
Not
Mr.
at all.
Worth. Oh, your jacket's even wetter.
Of course, it's been in the water. What was that, Fluffy? Oh, I see.
Do you understand dogs, Mr. Worth?
Every word, Mrs. Prescott.
Oh, you do you? Right. Tell me what Fluffy was saying then.
Very well, I will. Say that again.
What did he say?
Woof, woof.
Oh, come on. What are we going to do? Never mind the dog. What if nobody finds us here?
I tell you what, there is only one way to get out of a situation like this. A message in a bottle. Put it in and throw it in the sea. Now then, has anyone here got a bottle?
Mr. Worth, when you finished your cherryade, didn't I see you put the empty bottle back in your knapsack?
There's 5p back on that bottle. I'm reluctant to let it go. Still, someone has got to make a sacrifice. Right. Paper, pen. Now, what do we want to say? I know. Dear sir or madam, I hope you are well.
Hope you are well?
I always take my letters off. I start like that. Hope you're well. It's only courteous.
Just stick to the facts.
Right. Well, what are the facts? Mrs. Prescott, Mr. Nobbs, and I, Harry Worth, were on a nature ramble.
No.
Suddenly...
Just the important facts. Short and concise like a telegram.
Oh, I see. Now, what are the important facts?
4 bods, 1 dog, Griffiths Point. Need rescuing as soon as possible.
Right. 4 bods. Stop. 1 dog. Stop.
No, stop.
I've just written stop.
No, stop writing stop.
All right, I'll stop and start again. Just the fact. No preamble. 4 bods, 1 dog, Griffiths Point, needs rescuing as soon as possible.
That's it.
Yours sincerely, or is it yours faithfully?
What? It isn't anything. Now, will you please just give me that note and give me the bottle?
I've got the cork. We mustn't forget to seal it.
Oh, for goodness sake. Now, give me the cork, you idiot.
You're very rude. I don't like rude people. Now, throw that bottle into the sea. And don't let go of it.
There he goes. Without me.
Killjoy.
Now, I suppose we'll just have to sit and wait.
Oh, dear me, Mrs. Prescott, she has caught a chill. I think Fluffy's caught a chill as well. And the best thing to do here is to light a fire. Keep us warm. And, it may attract somebody's attention.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Look, there's some dry wood here. We can gather it together and put it in a pile.
Right, you are, Mr. Nobbs. Now then, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll rub these two sticks together. We'll soon have a fire going.
You light a fire by rubbing two sticks together?
Yes. I wasn't in the Boy Scouts for nothing, you know.
Oh, you were in the Boy Scouts?
I was. I can still remember the Scouts' law. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful. Brotherly, courteous, kind. Obedient, smiling, thrifty. Pure as the rustling white. And anyone who says I can't make a fire with two sticks is a nit!
And can you really make a fire with two pieces of wood?
Yes, I can, Mrs. Prescott. Providing one of them is a match. Now, has anyone got a match?
No.
Oh, well, we just have to try rubbing two sticks together. Come on, if we all have a go, one of us should eventually get a fire going.
Now we are, that's better, isn't it better? Much better. We're all nice and warm now.
Mr. Worth, none of us have managed to get a fire going yet.
No, but we got very hot rubbing sticks together.
Oh, see, we tried our best. We will never get a fire alight now.
Well, now, there is one thing we can do. One thing as a last resort.
What's that?
It's another thing I learned in the Boy Scouts. Be prepared. Suppose you want to light a fire. You have no matches. You rub two sticks together. That doesn't work. What is the alternative?
Go on, tell us.
You use a lighter.
Brilliant. And has anyone got a lighter?
Yes, I have. Be prepared. One lighter, but no petrol.
No petrol?
Works on gas.
That's better. That's more like it.
Is that one? A great pillar of smoke. Now, somebody's bound to spot that.
Oh, hang on. The fire's gone out.
What's happened to it? I can't see for all this smoke.
Well, I don't know what caused the fire to go out, Mrs. Prescott, but I'll tell you one thing. I've got water up to my knees.
Oh, it's the tide. It's come over the top of the ledge. The water has put the fire out.
And that means the tide's coming in even further.
Don't worry, the tide can't come in much further than this. We'll be all right. You'll see. Trust in my judgment. We will be safe.
Mr. Worth, the tide's been coming further and further up our bodies these last 10 minutes. How much longer have we got?
Have faith. Don't worry, as I said before. We will be all right. You'll see. Trust in my... Sure, we're going to be all right. Thank you for lifting me up, whoever it was. Thank you, Fluffy. Good heavens. It's another boat. It's a Coast Guard.
Oh, we're saved. Over here.
Help, please, help.
We already know that.
Thank goodness you came, Mr. Coast Guard.
Oh, nothing to worry about now. You're all safely in my boat. Even the dog.
How did you know we were trapped there, though?
Well, I saw your fire some time ago when I were out to sea.
Oh, I shall be glad to get out of these wet clothes.
Well, go down below, madam. You'll find some towels and blankets and oilskins down there. Now go on, all of you.
Yeah, thank you. How soon do you reckon we'll be on shore, Captain?
Oh, 20 minutes, sir. No problem.
Thank you, Captain. I feel a lot better in these oilskins. Well, are we nearly there?
No, I'm afraid we've got to go back to the cliff, sir.
Oh.
But there are 4 people and a dog stranded out there. I've just found this note in this bottle. 4 boards, 1 dog.
No. No, Mr. Coast Guard, I think I can explain. You see, what happened
You don't have to tell me what happened. People with no experience of rock climbing going out on these cliffs, it's like the idiots with their boats. They don't know the first thing about sailing, and suddenly they find themselves adrift just because they've run out.
Run out of petrol? Just as you have.
Yes.
Pass me that bottle. Pen. Paper. Thank you. 5 bods, 1 dog. Thank you, Fluffy. Things could be worse. When the night is falling, hear the pipes are calling, loudly and proudly calling, down through the glen. Ah, this is the place to be. Sauntering along the coast at the foot of the cliffs. I do enjoy nature rambles, don't you, Mrs. Prescott?
Rambles, Mr. Worth.
No, rambles, Mrs. Prescott. The word is ramble.
Rambles, Mr. Worth.
Rambles, no. Oh, my leg, you're right, it is rambles. Nevertheless, you can't beat it. The fresh sea air, the beach. I'm glad our Natural History Club organised this trip. There was such a big response from our members. Overwhelming, really.
3 of us came, Mr. Worth.
100% turnout. 2 more than I expected. Anyway, here we are peacefully ambling along the beach. Just you, Mrs. Prescott.
And you, Mr. Worth.
And Mr. Nobbs. Where is he? Mr. Nobbs, you know, he does annoy me. Here we are on a nature amble, and he keeps stopping to look at plants and birds and things. Come along, Mr. Nobbs. Don't ramble off.
I'm sorry I slipped behind you two. I thought I just spotted a crested herring gull back there.
See what I mean, Mrs. Prescott? And was it a crested herring gull?
No, it turned out to be a lesser tinted rock warbler.
Well, it's an easy mistake to make. The crested herring gull and the lesser tinted rock warbler. I've done it myself many times.
Are they similar, Mr. Nobbs?
The lady asks, are they similar?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Prescott. You
Yes.
see, first of all, there's the beak.
Yes.
Then there's the head.
Yes.
And, of course, the tail.
Yes.
Yes, they both got one of each. But, of course, you must realise that the difference lies in the wing marking.
Oh, well done, Mr. Worth. What is the difference?
I haven't the slightest idea. Come on, everyone, we mustn't hang about. The tide comes in very quickly around here, you know. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny brae, when the sun shines bright. Ah, I love this part of the British Isles, don't you? We are Hunter Pipers, I know, and a Hunter Pipers.
Mr. Worth,
Yes?
we're in Wales.
Yes?
We're walking along Griffiths Point.
So?
Do you have to keep